Hey Gemini, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Happy birthday. We are currently in your season. I hope you are having lots of fabulous celebrations, lots of fun, feeling honored, loved, blessed for the amazing soul that you are. Gemini season has been nice, I'll say. We've been seeing a little bit more open up in the astrology, a little more momentum, and especially around the things that we're dealing with that are changing. Places that we need to kind of open our eyes a little bit more, or to the reality of things. Being honest with ourselves, though it's not always easy, because some of the stuff we're seeing is not fun, it's not pretty, it's forcing us to make decisions around people, situations that we maybe really didn't want to have to make those decisions in the first place. But that's part of Mercury not only moving into Aquarius, but it's also Pluto's in retrograde. Did I say Pluto? Sorry, I didn't hear myself. I was in my own little world. But yeah, Pluto is in retrograde right now as well. So again, just kind of highlighting where that change is coming into play. The best thing we can do right now is really trust ourselves, trust our instincts, trust our intuitive guidance. Not always the easiest to decipher, but when we take a minute, take a step back, do a deep breath, calm our mind, our soul, our spirit, it really helps to be able to tune into what our intuition is saying. That's also why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles you might be coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the reading, Gemini, especially if you do have something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you are interested in more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we are feeling grounded, balanced, solid within self, that's really the platform that we need in order to manifest happiness, abundance, fulfillment, whatever that looks like for you. And I would love to help support in whatever way possible, Gemini. Definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Gemini, so I'm hearing like you're feeling a little bit insecure this week. Okay, so there's something that you want, you have a choice, and this is where that insecurity is stemming from. I feel like you're insecure about what choice you want, what choice you want to make. Maybe you're even in a position where you feel like you shouldn't have to make a choice, considering the situation, considering the circumstances. But there's a lot of struggle, okay? There's a lot of struggle around this decision. You've been in this uphill battle, for a minute. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of noise around you. So Spirit's saying to kind of take a step back and really simplify, right? Cancel out, tune out. We don't always need to know every detail, especially around things that just really aren't relevant to us, right? Sometimes it's easy to allow other people's BS to clog our mental, emotional space. And I feel like I'm hearing that it's important for you to disconnect, Gemini, because you want your choice, you want this decision, whatever it is for you, to be your own, not to be someone else's agenda. And I feel like that's kind of where your heart is having some trouble right now. There is something you want. There is something you're hoping for, something you're wishing for. I do feel like this is something that you do want, obviously, right? Or else you wouldn't be wishing for it. But it definitely has like a hopeful energy. Like this feels like a wish that's bringing healing, stability, support into your life. It's not just like, you know, like, oh, I want to win the lottery because it like would be awesome. It's like, I just want to make enough to like sustain, pay my bills. It's kind of that type of vibe where it's like, you're okay, but you just want to feel like spirit, universe, God, however you understand it, has your back, because you're needing more grounding in your life. Something has been unstable or has felt really unsteady for a while. Maybe it gave you an opportunity to kind of escape or check out, right? Like live in fantasy land. Not good, bad, right, or wrong. We all need it. We all deserve it. Life is a whole lot of crazy, right? And we definitely need those times where we can escape. But at the same time, we can't stay there too long, right? Isolation, loneliness. I'm saying that specifically because of this desert island, right? And when we create this fantasy bubble, it really does kind of put us in our own space. But then we have to wake up to what reality is. And there is something around where, let's see what this humility is for you real quick. I'm going to clarify. Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing that this, whatever this choice is, like you're a little bit stubborn about it right now. Again, no shade. It's just how it's coming up. You're like, I feel like you haven't been ready. I feel like in some ways you wanted to hold on to the fantasy. You wanted to hold on to the dream, but it's moving a little bit differently now. And maybe that's also where some of your insecurity is coming into play, because it's like, you know, it is time for change. And part of you is dragging your feet a little bit. Also, at the same time, I'm seeing, Gemini, that you're agreeing that you know it's appropriate, right? That you find a little bit more balance, that you recognize, you validate the places where this is not reality, where it can't sustain, where it's only going to be short-lived or instant gratification. It's also something that like is provoking you, right? Like it's kind of, I'm seeing this as like, whatever, there's something that you're hoping is different than how it's presenting itself. And I feel like you're seeing the reality of it, but you don't want that to be the reality. And that's 100%, of course. This is the strength card, but this is a really interesting strength card because we have this snake at the bottom of her feet, right? And it's this value of being careful. And I feel like that's kind of where some of this is being shown to you, Gemini, because it's negatively affecting you, right? Like this is one of those things where we try so hard to fit that proverbial square peg into the round hole, and it's just not going. It's just not going. And I feel like you know that. I feel like you see that. I feel like you even have people or someone validating to you what this is. Like trusted sources is what I'm seeing, right? Trusted sources where I feel like someone can't really hold up their end of the bargain. The way that they've chosen to navigate things has been a little bit brutal. And now that now that the relationship has come so far, they can't backtrack. They can't hide. And there's this energy of like them self-protecting because they know. I think they're also a little bit mad at you is what I'm seeing. Or maybe they feel like you're not being 100% honest with them. I don't feel like you really can be honest, or that's how you're feeling. There's something about this that like, it looks like you're having a hard time telling someone exactly how you think, how you feel. I think they know it on some level though, because a lot of their energy is saying, I'm going to self-protect, I'm going to hide, I'm going to say whatever I need to say to kind of get away with things. I think it looks like, Gemini, you put your foot down at some point because you're not getting what you want in return. And in fact, what you're getting is someone who just can't follow through. They can't follow through, and they're not really planning on it. They're not really planning on it because they want other things. They want more. They want more, and they're not getting what they want. And I think for you, it's hard because, like, again, I don't know. It's not your responsibility. That's what I want to say. It's not your responsibility to give them what they want. And maybe you keep internalizing it as that. Let me see this wish card. Show us this wish card. Yeah, you want them to be able to handle themselves or to be different, but they're just not. They're not. They're not, and it doesn't really look like they're willing. I think you have certain expectations of them. Ugh, but gross. I mean, this has been kind of coming up a lot for us. The devil has been popping out. You have certain expectations for them and how this is going to look, but you're not a part of their equation. Their equation is what serves them ultimately. And what you're hoping for, maybe they could give in a different time, a different life, a different place, but it's just not happening. And it looks like they have other things going on in the background. And again, this is a cycle that you actively know is not good for you on some level. But the hardest thing right now or this week is to admit it. You feel a little bit more steady. You feel a little bit more stable. I think you also are seeing things clearly as well because you're not guessing as much, but it's affecting you. It's still that energy of you taking on responsibility, like expecting that, like if you act or change or do things differently, then they're going to comply. But it doesn't really seem like that's the case. And if anything, they kind of need you. They need you to need them. But they are not as forgiving when it comes to you needing them, right? Or if you, as long as they're dictating the terms and circumstances is what I should say. This is probably someone who's just a little bit more of a lone ranger. Someone who marches to the beat of their own drum or doesn't really care much about what other people think or how it affects them. There might be some really great aspects to this connection, but those are few and far between. And I feel like what you're able to identify or what you're seeing is how that is actually the truth. This devil is popping out. So, I mean, here's the thing. This person or situation isn't really trying that hard. They might be trying to save face on some level because they don't really want you to be able to see through them. But you do. I mean, that's how it looks. It's just more like you don't really want to make any changes in this moment, which makes sense. It's not saying that you have to, but it's going to be so much of the same cycle over and over and over again, Gemini, that it kind of feels like you're going to be at that point where you're like, you know what, this might just be the best thing for me. So I hope this reading helps. Sorry, it was a little bit heavy. We have a full moon this week, so it is kind of amping up energy. It's bringing out a lot of tension. I probably should have said that in the very beginning, but just be mindful, just be prepared. Not everything is going to feel great, but honestly, it's leading to good things. It's actually a blessing in disguise, and we kind of just need to trust the process right now. Easier said than done, but like I said, it really looks like you already know, you're already seeing through this. It's just being able to kind of admit it out loud. So I hope this helps, Gemini. Sending all the love, all the blessings as you navigate. Thank you so much for your time, energy always. I super appreciate you. I hope you found messages that resonated here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, little TLC. Thank you so much for all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I am sending it back your way.